What are these rods from our municipal archive storage room? Around 48 centimeters long, made of chrome-plated steel with movable plastic wheels on one end, and 3 have an additional movable flanged plastic sleeve. Maybe relevant, we have an in-house workshop for the restoration of books and archive documents. Does anyone know what this would be used for? These are card catalog rods that run through the center of library catalog drawers, holding rows of bibliographic cards upright and preventing them from spilling out. These rods are a crucial part of the old card catalog system, serving as both a convenience to keep cards organized and a safety feature to stop them from falling. Librarians could press a button to release a compression spring, ejecting the rod and allowing them to remove or rearrange cards when necessary. I found this item at an antique shop earlier this month. It had engravings on it that I wasn't able to make any sense of. Does anyone know this thing? This is a round file holder and guide for chainsaw sharpening. It was patented on June 27, 1967 by Robert J. Penberthy for Omark Industries Incorporated of Portland, Oregon. Place the file inside the front of the teeth, then using the angle on the gauge, you get that level with the bar. What is this carved or ceramic object with decorative etching in the black surface glaze? Around 10 by 5 by 4 inches, hollow with a hole opening on one end and a slightly rounded bottom. It also has 2 half circles and a peg attached to the main body. I cannot find any additional info about it. Thanks for your help. It's an antique Persian ceramic kashkol or beggar's bowl from the 19th to early 20th century, and the loops for its shoulder chain. Here's one made of metal. It's a container carried by wandering dervishes to collect alms, food, and drink, usually after a street session of poetry recitation, religious eulogies, advice, or entertainment, and is hung over the shoulder using a metal chain. What is this thing? It's cast iron, approximately 2.5 by 3 inches on the bottom, and weighs 3 pounds 3 ounces. It is stamped at the bottom C.E. Potter, Sapulpa, Oklahoma, with a patent number. Any idea what this was used for? It's a cast iron nutcracker. It was patented on June 5, 1945, by Charles E. Potter of Sapulpa, Oklahoma. The walls are provided for housing a nut securely against dislodgement and to prevent fragments of nutshells from flying about, as well as guiding the compression plunger upon a nut to be cracked. What is this structure? Google doesn't know, and ChatGPT doesn't know either. Someone suggested a deer stand, but there's no space for the hunter to sit or stand on it. There's a cone at the top, and it doesn't seem to be a feeder as well, as it's illegal in California. Any idea what its purpose is? I used to work on these. It's not a weather station, but a precipitation gauge, commonly known as a rain gauge. The fins are an altar shield to allow catch in high wind. It's an instrument used to measure the amount of precipitation, like rain, snow, or other forms, that falls in a specific area over a set period of time. It works by collecting the falling water in a container, which is then measured, often in millimeters, to determine the depth of the precipitation. That style we called a Sacramento gauge. It's basically just a bucket with a plug on the bottom. After measuring and emptying, it would be charged with a bit of mineral oil to prevent evaporation and glycol, so the snow would melt in. What is this thing I found while cleaning the new property I got? It was buried underground. It is stamped Eclipse on the side, and I'm thinking it's a part of a BMX bicycle. Any idea what this is made for? It's a Surge Eclipse cow milker, produced by Babson Brothers Company in the mid to late 20th century, before the line was discontinued in 1999 when the company was absorbed by the German company Westphalia. It was designed to sit under the cow, attached to the udder with teat cups, and collect milk into a stainless steel bucket. It used a vacuum pump to create suction and mimic the natural rhythm of hand milking. Can anyone tell me what this thing is? It belongs to my 84-year-old mother, and she doesn't know either. I get suggestions of it being a log holder for cutting wood, or some kind of drying rack, or an antique washtub stand. Someone also said it's a very old Christmas tree stand, or it holds an antique sewing machine, or maybe it was used to hold a baby cradle. But per Google, it's a saddle holder. Any help to identify would be great. It's the bottom part of a Victorian convertible high chair that lowers into a walker. It dates from the 1880s up until about the 1920s. It has 3 positions: high, medium, and low, and it rolls on cast iron wheels at medium and low heights. What is this container I found in an old house? There is a sight gauge on the side and on the cone-shaped bottom, and the bottom also has a spigot. Any idea what it could be for? It's an antique gravity-style cream separator from circa 1920. It relies on time and gravity to separate cream from the milk. The glass windows allowed the user to view the separation line as cream rose to the top and water and skim milk settled at the bottom. A valve at the bottom was then used to drain the water and skim milk. What is this stack of thin cone plates on 3 iron rods that a co-worker found in an inherited farmhouse? About 11 inches tall, 5 inches in diameter, and the cones appear to be aluminum. She recently found this in her grandparents' house, which she is cleaning up. We assume it's some kind of farm implement. Any idea what these cones would have been used for originally? They are cups for an old cream separator, a part that does the actual separation. Whenever you turn the crank, the shaft is going to rotate the whole assembly. When this thing is actually going around in circles, the lighter cream will actually draw up through a centrifugal motion. It'll draw up through the center of the inverted funnels, and then the cream will actually come out of the holes up at the very top, to allow it to go out of the top funnel, and of course the milk stays down lower, and it comes out of the bottom one. What are these steel things found deep in the woods in rural New Hampshire? They have strange end pieces and are about 2 feet long and 4 inches in diameter, and I think they are stainless steel. There are high power lines about 1/4 mile away. A Google search indicates they could be ordnances, but I'm 99% sure they aren't. Any ideas or help would be appreciated. Please let us know down in the comments. Thanks for watching. Let's make life fun.